We'll be heading for the animated world of the Pink Panther later today at 1:45. And in 50 minutes, John Craven investigates the potential environmental dangers from a significant rise in sea levels caused by global warming in Countryfile. Before that, on BBC One, we've the first of two See Here reports on this year's British Deaf Association Centenary celebrations.
Look at it, isn't it fantastic? It's just like the picture in the Snowman book, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
Hello! And maybe you think we're in India or Russia or some faraway place, but no, we're actually here in Brighton. And the reason for that is it's the BDA's Centenary Congress.
That's right, and there are so many deaf people here. There are deaf people from all over Britain and also deaf people from abroad. And it's almost become a deaf town, really. They've taken over.
There are many, many different meetings and events going on, sports events, lots of speeches, and we're hoping to meet as many deaf people as possible.
That's right, and the weather is absolutely marvellous, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's beautiful.
I can't believe we're here. We've been waiting so long for this to happen. So let's go along and meet as many deaf people as we can.
Okay, let's go.
Come on.
These children are deaf. They've never seen deaf sign language before. So I think we'd better teach them and show them how to sign. Come, sit down here. H-E-L-L-O, hello. What's that? H-E-L-L-L. L-O. Come here. Come here. Watch. Watch. H-E-L-L. Oh, that's great. Well done. Watch me. Watch me. Look. Look. H-E-L.
These are deaf children, and they need deaf adults to teach them. BDDA! Wow!
Well, today the BDA Congress has started, and you're American from Gallaudet University. How do you think it's gone? I've enjoyed it very much, because for many years I've had a strong relationship with the BDA. Great. Do you think it's going to be an interesting week? Oh, yes. I think it's been marvellous. I've really enjoyed everything so far. It's been long, but the content was good. And of course, I think back about the BDA, and it's been marvellous for me, because I worked with the BDA and helped them back in 1977-78. So I've got many warm memories and many friends here. Good, thank you very much. Yes, we've come from London, and I'm delighted they've organised this Congress for the Centenary. And what we're doing is showing hearing people that deaf people can do things. That there's no difference, hearing and deaf people, they're really exactly the same. I mean, they're doing this for us, and really I'm very pleased.
Another thing is it's very important for deaf people here to meet others. Well, really, I feel I've gained such an awareness about a lot of things. I've a lot to learn. I didn't know enough about the BDA and its history. But today, it's just been great. I felt so proud about myself. I'm deaf and I feel great. There's so many people here to share together.
Well, you're all from Japan and you've flown over for this Centenary Congress. What do you think so far? How do you feel? Well, I came here and saw it, and it was marvellous. Really, the BDA, what they've done, and they've had 100 years. I mean, in Japan, we just haven't got that. It's been fantastic. It's really been great in terms of awareness and making friends too.
Yes, yeah, I feel the same. It's been so exciting to see friends as well. It's just been wonderful. Such an awareness. It's been great. Well, I use Japanese Sign Language, which is very different to what's being provided here, but it's very good. Well, this morning we've been working very hard, and it's been quite difficult to be able to get hold of you to have a chat. It's great that you've given us 5 minutes of your time. Now, this morning, the opening ceremony, and this week, what do you hope the aims and achievements are going to be?
Well, the theme of the Congress is out of the shell. And hopefully we'll give some people some idea of what they can achieve from the examples that we're going to see. What I hope to see is a lot of young people and families involved, because I've seen many children there today, and that makes me feel great that more families are there and it's a nice family atmosphere. That's what I hope to see in the future, that sort of thing expanding.
Johnny, send some orange juice on yourself.
And then if they match, you win a lovely toy. So up to 3 toys on one go.
There's all the really pretty bears here. They're all shapes, sizes and colours. They're all sitting here waiting to be won.
I remember the first time we asked some from America to come to Congress. And one of the things which one of them said was, take your signing to a university. And you see now we have it at Durham and Bristol, and I feel rather sure that that also has greatly helped us to come atop the shell.
Yes, I'm sure it has.
So, back to my theme, no language, no power. If a child does not grow up using sign language naturally and is struggling to acquire knowledge and information at school, then do they have that amount of knowledge that is necessary for the world? Do they know about politics? If they don't, there's no power. But if they grow up signing, in the family and in school, they can learn an enormous amount, and they can know about life and the world. And they have power, and that is because they have acquired it through their language. We all know that deaf people are not yet equal. And that is because of the oral tradition. Also, as a hearing adult, do we accept the views of deaf people, their problems? Oh, no, 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 no. It's hearing people who are controlling things. So there are these problems. Now, who are these people that we have to challenge? Are they teachers? Hearing teachers? Hearing parents? Where is our power? We live in different countries, and in the different countries there are governments providing different schools and different structures. We have different legislation, different educational policies, different language policies. We have different policies and legislation about human rights. So that's what I mean by the structure. But at the base of the structure is language. Without language, we cannot be equal. And it must be the language of the community. And we will have to work together in the future, in the different countries, to understand our own structure, our own legislation, and change it. And we can do this. All of us throughout the deaf world have our own language, our own culture, our own community. There are very many smaller groups. I mean, in America, there are many, many language minority groups. And they have the same problem that deaf people have. Throughout Europe, Asia, Africa, there are many, many hearing language minority groups. And they say that the language of the home is very different from the language of the majority. And people in these countries share similar experiences and problems with deaf people. And I think that in the future, we must state that we have this international right to language, our own language, all of us. This right to language, if we are deaf, is the right to sign language throughout our lives. That is our human right. If we don't have sign language, if we have no language, we have no human rights. They're interconnected.
Oh, hello. Well, as you're probably aware, the BDA congresses have always organised childminders so the parents can go and join the meetings and the socialising. But this conference is a little different because they've actually got some deaf people who are fully qualified and trained nursery nurses, and they're looking after the children at this congress. So this is still part of their course and it's their work experience. So I'm going to enjoy myself now.
I see you're busy drawing. Are you part of the creche?
No, I've just come to see my son. I'm going to collect him.
Now, why do you think it's so important to have a creche?
Well, it is important. It's part of the BDA's aim for equal opportunities. And because they have a creche, it means that women can participate in the conference, they can go to meetings, socialise, and someone's looking after their children. And my branch, about 3 years ago, voted and put forward a motion to the BDA to say they must have a creche at every year of their conference. And I'm very pleased to see that they have one here at the Centenary Congress.
No, your son's here. Is he deaf?
Yes, he's deaf.
Is he mixing in all right, do you think?
Yes, I think so. He's signing well, too.
That's great. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Can you tell me, what work have you been doing before you've come here to the creche? Well, I've always wanted to work with children. I know it's really interesting to be with them. I've been to college on a course, and I've had work experience with children as well in a deaf school, with handicapped and hearing children already. It's been really interesting, and that's why I've come here today. Now, I'm the same, but I really want to know how deaf and hearing children actually compare with each other. You know, they're different ways of life. You know, there may be some deaf children here, some hearing children here. And just to see how they get on together, it gives me more experience. Because for my course, I need to have observed things a bit more to see how they communicate together, if they can or if they can't. And I see that they can. They both have signing, and it's a great part of our course. We learn this way. And we've got lots of things here for them to play with. It's sort of giving them experience of playing with. Lots of different toys. And it gives the parents a break too while we watch them. And they can go off onto the conference. They have them for an hour so that we can have a break. Now there's both deaf and hearing children here, but what's just occurred to me, do you have a communication problem with the hearing children? Well, there's no problem. The only thing is, I can't remember all their names. I wish they all had labels on them so that we would know who's who. You know, there's so many children here, you know, they want you to do different things with them. You have to go to the toilet and so on. We can't always leave them out. We've got 2 babies here as well. One's 7 months and one's 8.5 months. We've got different age ranges. It's really great. Everything's going really well. It's marvellous.
There's a roundabout there.
Hi, bad. I feel good.
Yeah.
Let's go to bed. Let's do it. Let's go.
So which nationalities have you been talking to?
Well, the Japanese people, just today.
So what were you talking about?
Well, I'm a volunteer in the job club, and one of them came up to me. It was quite difficult to communicate, but we got through it.
So what was it you were talking about?
Well, we talked about the job club.
They have them in Japan?
No, they wanted to know what it was, so I had to explain it to them. They were quite surprised. It was a bit difficult with the different languages, but we got through.
Fantastic. Well, we've come from Bristol. We set off yesterday morning, got here about 3 o'clock. And the first time I went into the Brighton Centre, the BDA Congress, I met so many friends in there. And there were quite a few people from Bristol members there. I met them there. I think it's really worthwhile coming, meeting all these people from all over the world, different sign languages, making friends, new faces to talk to. It's just marvellous, really fantastic. People from all over the world, it's just so good to meet them. Worthwhile coming, this centenary celebration. And seeing all the equipment that's available now, telephones, hearing aids, clocks and so on, absolutely fascinating, learning so much about what's available. And to me it feels like, I don't know, breakthrough. We can get information and then decide what we need to buy. If we need anything in the future, it's been fantastic, marvellous. Well, the deaf people here are very excited and they're waiting for a special guest. Just outside is the Princess of Wales, Lady Di. And she'll be coming in very soon, so let's hope the deaf give her a very warm welcome.
You have always shown the most enormous interest in our affairs, and your interest has been an inspiration to the deaf community as a whole. And we note how you have an ability to communicate with them, which is not always easy, and especially the way you are able to get on with the deaf children and give them the encouragement that they so much need, and which will help them